All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. This is Ariel Ben Yasharallah there in Lions Den Camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and to the Son in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha, Racha, Quadash, Ma'amath. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. A double honor to my elder apostle as well, down here in Lions Den Camp. Hard one, Salakia. And Said Slakian. A double honor to the bishop as well, Chanaksan, Chanaksan by Yasharallah. Shalom to the Akim, the Akwathim, the Banyam, the brothers, the sisters, and the children who are pushing the truth and believe with sincerity. The water and Shalom. Again, the video that was played in the beginning was of some Christians while we were out teaching. So like as we were like teaching, like recording, giving the sermon and everything, there were some Christians walking around the park praying for people. And those little clips I got were, the clips I got of them praying for people. I think the first one was them praying for a dude that was sitting at the bench. The other one was them after they got done praying for old boy. They went out in the middle of the street, prayed right there. Then they prayed for another person. Now, after we had got done with camp, we were tearing a bit, just speaking, conversing and stuff like that. They walked past us, and they walked past. They drove past us. They was in the car, and they were driving past two of their guys, and he was like, "Jesus!" like super loud, and ultimately, what it boiled down to as the Akim and I were speaking about it, they're trying to be like us. They're trying to be like us. The Christians are trying to be like Israelites. But they're being. I was about to say it. Well, you know what? Let's see. They're being Jewish, honestly. But this is all I want to get. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 5. All right, it says, "And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets." Literally what them boys was doing. Literally what them boys was doing was praying in the middle, not in the middle, but they were praying on a street corner. Okay, when I walked past them, sometime I think it was after camp. And I had went to go get some a drink of water, and I walked past them. They were congregating somewhere, and some other people walked past them as well, and they were like, "Hey, we just out here praying for everybody." And then she was like, "Yeah, one of y'all already prayed for him." He's like, "Oh, okay, was it cool?" And he was like that, and that was their currency. They're out there praying for people. Boom, that's their work that they're doing. Even though right here. "For they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward." Right. So, they were smiling, they were happy because they have their reward. They just want to be seen doing it. They don't want to do it in sincerity. Or they don't want to do it truthfully. They don't want to do it. All right. Because ultimately, the shit's wicked. All right. Verse 7, they are slacking. Verse 7, but when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, or all these other philosophies and shit like that. Catholicism is big into it. Christianity, Catholicism, so as the heathens do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Christians, shit, doing all that. Coming in a Hyundai, man. Coming in a Hyundai. Be not ye therefore alike unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. All right, so those individuals and individuals who are in that same mindset, they're lost in the world. They're lost in darkness, unknowingly to them. They think they're awoken to the light of Christ, but ultimately, And shit. Well, and that Cesare Borgia, they are awakened and open to that Cesare Borgia. I'll say that they're open to that Cesare Borgia. All right, but not open to the true power of the universe and of the world and of the heavens. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, they were and these group of Christians that popped up. Well, this is their second time popping up. They spoke to us the first time, and their leader, he was pretty much their leader because he was organizing them and stuff, and he had the best car. But he was the elder was talking to him. He agreed with everything. Him like part. I didn't see any familiar faces with him because he had a group last time he spoke to us. But and also, let me get that scripture too. So this is Second John. Shout out to the brother Arakah. He been kind of like meditating on the scripture and like kind of dealing on it, and it helped me to understand it to be perfect for this one. This is Second John chapter 1 verse 9. Wait, what? This is Second John chapter 1 verse 9. It says, "Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of a Mashiach hath not power. He that abideth in the doctrine of a Mashiach, he hath both the Father and the Son." And that's what we have, the Father and the Son within us when we are with the true doctrine of a Mashiach. All right, they walk around there praying for people, thinking that they doing something. Thinking that they doing something. Verse 10, this is the main point. "If there any come unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive them not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed." All right, and going into that Godspeed, that's like bidding somebody like, good. I pray the Lord helps you on your journey, and you don't want to say that to just everybody, because matter of fact, verse 11, for he that biddeth him Godspeed is a partaker of his evil deeds. Going around there praying for everybody, goddamn God, like it was crazy. It was crazy. And I had never really thought about it. Of course, we came in contact with it, all throughout our lives, we've seen it and stuff like that. But it's my first time in the truth. They were doing it all around it. They were trying to make themselves, not trying to. They're trying to make, they're trying to make themselves known. They wanted to be seen by us. That's why old boy did the big deal, But Khan, these was the only two I had, and it's just apparent to turn to Yahweh, which means He exists, Bahasham, which means in the name of His Son. That's how you got to come to the Father, is through His Son. So Yahweh, which means He exists, the Father's name, Bahasham, in the name, and then Yahweh Shai, which means He delivers. All right, and that's what He's going to come do. He's going to come back. He's going to deliver us, take us up out of this place, America, before it gets destroyed, as it's getting destroyed, I should say. All right, at the last trump, the scriptures say. So, pray and hope this was edifying. Shalom.